up, guys? Just Chike making a back-to-back video right here. I just made a video earlier, so that should be posted in tomorrow, maybe. I don't really know what day this might be when I post this, but I don't really have anything too strong on my mind to really say. But I do know that this is an important topic, so I'm just going to talk about it loosely. You need to harness your depression. Your depression is a precursor to change. That nigga laughing. Hey, depression is a precursor to change. It genuinely is, because depression is the side effects that your life isn't the way it's supposed to be. And depression is a way to basically diagnose yourself. It's a symptom of the real problem. And the real problem is that you're not living correctly in the structure that you're not living parallel to the structure that you want your life to be, that you intrinsically want your life to embody. And that's honestly, depression is like a state of hopelessness. Depression is a state of hopelessness, but I don't think it's true hopelessness. I don't think that it's actually true, like death of the self. I think that what depression is it's hopelessness in the embodied structure of being that you inhabit at that current moment. I think that's what depression is. Because you get a guy who's depressed and you look at his habits, and it's like you change that. You have people that were depressed coming into boot camp, and then you change their daily habits, and they're a completely different person when they leave. I knew a guy who actually had a stutter in my boot camp. He used to get shit for it. It's kind of funny. It was respectful though. It was respectful. But his stutter actually stopped our by the fourth week of boot camp. A lifelong problem that he had actually stopped by the fourth week of boot camp. Okay, well, what the fuck changed? His environment, his habits, waking up at 0500, going to bed at 2100, not touching the bed during the day, staying active throughout the entire day, having order and structure, not snacking throughout the day, having set bedtimes and eating times and different things like that. And that's the thing. It's like, I think depression is a side effect of a bad embodied life structure. It's a poorly embodied life structure that you give it. It's a poorly structured life. That's all it is. I think that's what depression is, and I know this because I've battled with depression pretty much my entire life. Like, I've battled with it. I've genuinely battled with it, and I think it runs in the family. And I'm not going to talk too much about it on this channel because of privacy reasons. But when your habits change, you change. You are your habits. You are what you do every single day. Here's another take on depression. Sometimes you just need to be depressed. So this is a separate take from the take that I just give you. My second take is this. Sometimes you need to just sit in that shit, bro. Like, sometimes you just gotta sit. I'm sorry, the wind, I know it's bad. Sometimes you just gotta sit in your own shit. Sometimes you just gotta sit in that depression, just let it be. And just sink in it. And let it tell you what it wants to tell you. Because the moment you acknowledge it and you just sit with it, I think the more clear and HD the depression gets. It goes from pixelated to high definition to 4K depiction of what exactly your depression is. And human beings, we don't know how to deal with things unless we can see them. I think sight is the most advanced function of the human brain that there ever has been and ever will be, other than metacognition. But I think sight is probably far more exceptionally complex than metacognition, because it helps us separate matter and objects and different things that otherwise would look completely uniform. into different things and we can classify them. And it's like when you can look at your depression and let it be and sit within yourself and just let it be and just sit in that shit and have an HD picture of what that is, you can then separate what in that depression what seems uniform and then actually learn to address it. It can turn from I'm depressed because my parents are getting a divorced and all this other stuff into I'm actually depressed because I don't feel the same level of validation that I felt before and I don't know how to deal with it. That's the word. You can fucking reframe it. That's the word. That's the phrase I'm looking for. You can reframe something that you can see. You can reframe what you can't see. You cannot reframe what you cannot see. So with depression, really, I'm not a doctor or anything, but my two takes on depression is this. You have to let it sit. Sometimes you just have to let it, you have to sit there and just let your emotions be and emotionally process things and just sit there and let it, just let your thoughts be. Like, let your thoughts do what they want. Like, let your thoughts think. Just observe your thoughts. Don't sit up there and try and, like, fight them. Sit up there and observe your thoughts and see what they have to say and write them down. And the second thing is change your habits. If you're going to bed late, you're beating your meat till that motherfucker fall off, right? Or you're eating damn Dominoes every day, you may want to stop. Try holding your seed for a while. Try holding your seed for 3 days. Try holding your seed for a week. Shit, that wind blew my damn box. I forgot my stand at home. Try holding your seed for like a week. Try hanging out with friends. Maybe you do need to go on dating apps and find somebody and go on a date. Sometimes you gotta clap some. Sometimes you probably shouldn't. But it's like change up your habits, change up your style, change up your mode of being. But guys, I hope this video helped. I'm no expert. I'm really just an amateur when it comes down to fitness advice and coaching and shit like this. But I just want to help people. That's all. But if you fuck with the content, go ahead, like, subscribe. I'm gonna get the fuck out this wind. It's cold. I spawn near the equator. I'm not really built for this kind of weather, so I'm finna go back inside. But holla at your boy, man. Peace out.